Still Bills, it's the Denzel, man. Check it back in, man. I'm about to go to the Farmhouse Cafe and get me something to grub on, man. My Omaha people know about that, man. But yo, we about an hour outside of, a little less than an hour away from Beterbiev versus Adam Deines, man. I never gave my breakdown. I never even heard of Deines, but I went and looked up some of it. He did a little film study on him, man. And one thing I mean, as beastly as Artur Beterbiev is, man, I've noticed when he fought Volstik, a dude who can counterpunch and combination punch give him a little bit of trouble. Now, granted, I think when you do that and you begin to land on him flush, he really ups the pressure and he just really begins to mentally break you down and really attacks the body. But it's not in counter, it's not like with him he doesn't do it within counterpunching, scenarios. So it's not like he's breaking you. He doesn't counter to the body. None of that. He's just, he starts getting off first, and he starts landing. Man, that right hand to the body, that right straight to the body is devilish. I mean, I'm always gonna go back and reference dude who said sparring Beterbiev is like it was equivalent to him getting hit by a car when he was a kid. I'm always gonna reference that, man, because that shit is devious. I got in a couple of car crashes. I want to say, last year. I got a late 2019. And the day Kobe died last year, rest in peace to GOAT. Those are my two car crashes that I had, and just being in it, driving, not necessarily getting hit by him, literally physically by the car, but just being in, like I couldn't bend my my right index finger for months, like properly. It was always some sort of inflammation in it where it couldn't bend as comfortably as I can bend it today. But seeing, I understand what it's like to be in a car and feel the results of being in a car crash. So I can only imagine what it's like to actually physically get hit by the car. For you to compare that to sparring, that's just simply ridiculous right there, man. So yeah, man, I think Beterbiev is about to viciously steamroll this dude. But if he can counterpunch, if he can not even counter, because he's a pretty good counterpuncher too. This Deines dude, however you pronounce his name, he's a pretty good counterpuncher, man. But if he can work, in combination, and I'm talking work. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking for a minute and 50 seconds out of the 3 minutes rounds, he's just throwing 5 and 6 punch combinations, man. I think I've seen him, he goes upstairs, goes downstairs, goes upstairs. He does that pretty well. He does that pretty well, man. And if he can do that, he can leak out about 6 or 7 rounds. I mean, I think Artur Beterbiev, I think he's beatable. Man, but it just takes a different type of motherfucker to be able to deal with that level of mental pressure and physical pressure. And I think that, he just really begins to just break you down, just mainly from a mental standpoint, because it's like, he's been dropped, but it's like, goddamn, I don't even like when I seen him get dropped. I think that was the only knockdown of his career. It wasn't even like nothing vicious, like a head snapping right hand that put him on his pockets, man. I think it was, he connected with him, man, but it was, like they were saying, the announcers, it was kind of like it had to do with balance. Like he was kind of somewhat off balance, and all right, you got me. And what happened the very next round? I think he stopped him the very next round. So, I mean, this dude is like, he's a fucking Terminator, man. I don't think he's unbeatable. I think, if he was to fight a Bivol, I'd have to edge Bivol, like clearly edge Bivol. So I think he's beatable, man. But it's just, and I think he could beat Bivol as well. I'm not saying that Bivol would. I would just, as far as me, sizing the two up and making an analysis off of it, I got to go with Bivol. But his performance against Volstik, yikes, man. That was his last fight too, and just how the mental pressure just began to break him, man, and just them right hands to the body, it just, god damn, you dig what I'm saying? How are you gonna? And this dude is shorter than him. Volsic was like, he's like 6'2", 6'3", and he just broke this dude and retired him. He just put a Deines Stevenson in a fucking coma just a fight or two ago and gets retired by, but man, this dude is nothing to fuck with, man. Like, this dude he's nothing to fuck with. And I don't see this Deines dude beating him. I see him, you know, if he can go out there and punch in combination like he's done in a lot of his fights, because he got pop too. He has pop. He not the little bit less than a 50% KO ratio, so he's not nearly the puncher that Beterbiev is, but you know, it's respectable power. But if he can go out there and just, you know, just touch him. Just touch him. I mean, Bivol doesn't have the best head movement. He's not, you know, he has a really good, you know, really tight guard. He's pretty good on his feet too. He's really good on his feet, man. He's good on his feet. But if he can go out there and just touch him, and load up on the last shot of the combination, and you know, just to keep him honest like that, mid-ring. Because I think this dude is going to have to be first, though. You know, as long as he's in the fight, he's going to have to be first. He can't afford to go in there and wait on the ball and try and counter him, because, nah, man, I don't see that happening. You know, but who the fuck am I? But off of what I saw, he can't afford to go in there and be first and wait, you know, be slick and wait on the counter punching. Like, nah, he's gonna have to earn Bivol's respect. And that, how are you gonna do that? You dig? You're gonna have to sit. You're gonna have to sit in the trenches and bang. You're gonna have to sit in the trenches. I can't even say, dude, yo, get on your jab, and I can't even say that. I can't even say that. I think the best shot at him winning is going out there and throwing punches and bunches, just completely just overflowing them with combination punching. That is his best shot of winning, or even making it competitive. Because homie. So we got what? We got about 30 minutes before the the car starts and all that, or it may, it's about a 2-hour program or whatever the case may be. So I don't know who's on the undercard or what, but I'm ready to go see this fight. I'm going to pick my grub up, then I'm going to pick up something to grub on for these kids, and I'm going home and I'm watching the fight, and then later on I'll be tuning in to Virgil Ortiz versus Maurice Hooker. But as far as this fight is concerned, I think Bivol's gonna step on him by the 6th round, by the 5th or the 6th round, man. The combination punching is there for dude, man, but now you gotta have stopping power, man, and his respectable power. The dude has respectable power, man, but it's his stopping power to thwart Beterbiev's forward progression, man, and just pressure. Can he break his pressure? Can he break Beterbiev's pressure? And I don't think so. I don't think so, man. So that's me, man. The dude is, just pump. You just gonna have to flurry the whole fight. As long as you in the fight, you gonna have to flurry. You're gonna have to flurry. Now, granted, this is boxing, you dig, and like I said, I'm an optimistic dude. I'm never ruling a fighter out of the fight at that level. But it's just certain, they're common opponents. There's certain things that you have to look at when you go and make, these. You have to factor in certain scenarios, man. They have a common opponent. Dude lost to their common opponent, by, unanimously, and I think Beterbiev knocked the dude the fuck out. Stopped him, so you have that. And I want to say 2 or 3 fights ago, he got in there with an opponent with 1 professional fight, 1 win. Like, that kind of speaks to the level that you're at. If they would allow you to get in there with a fighter with 1 fight, 1 professional fight, 1 professional bout, and you have damn near 20 fights. Like, are you that big of a threat? Are you that big of a threat? if they would allow you to get in there and fight a dude with one fight. That's some shit that they would do with somebody who's on their way out. I remember Miguel Cotto fought a dude with 40 plus fights and he only had 9 fights. And they allowed that to happen because dude was on his way out. This dude is not on his way out. This dude is still an active fighter. And they allowed him to get in there with a dude with 1 fight. So you have to factor that in. God damn it. You have to factor that in. So I'm going with Archer Beterbiev. 5th or 6th round, brutal stoppage. But I think dude, you know, he's not gonna have a choice but to fight. So we're gonna see a lot of we're gonna see some serious combination punching from dude. I'm expecting that, but it should be the combination punching is only gonna keep him at bay for up until the 5th or the 6th round. That's how I feel about it, man. Like and subscribe. Let me know if I'm burnt the fuck out or if I'm on to something, man. Peace.